Georgia, by the way. Shout out. So, Miss Tracey,
Yes.
introduce yourself to the people.
I'm Tracey Astin with 8711 Natural Hair Care Salon, and I'm the owner.
Wonderful owner that she is, y'all. If y'all looking to get your locks done, she's amazing at what she does. You might have to chase her down because her books stay busy, but she's definitely amazing at what she does. So let's get into how you got to where you are, because you're very successful. Not only do you own a salon, you also own a hair store. You also do salon suites, and then you also have your own hair care line.
Well, when I was 16 years old, I really started from the bottom. I got pregnant when I was 16, and because I had a baby and I got into doing hair to make money.
Gotcha. So it wasn't even a passion of yours. It wasn't even
It,
something
it
you wanted
wasn't
to do.
it wasn't a passion.
Okay.
It actually was something that I was very good at, and I started doing it to make money to support me and my baby.
Okay. Okay.
And then later I had two other children under the age of 21. I was under the age of 21, and I had two other children, and I knew that I wanted to make a better way, but still doing hair wasn't my passion.
Got you. So
And
even though you was doing it every day, making people look good, people coming to you books full, that's just not was something that you wanted to do.
it wasn't nothing that I even cared about doing. My daughter, the first one that I had, my oldest daughter, when she was 11 years old, doing hair just seemed to be her passion. It was her dream to own a salon and do several things. And she used to keep my house just full of people all the time doing hair and
Turned into
fussing.
just a salon in your
Yeah,
house.
it was her and me. I got a job at the airport where I went later to. I had been there for like 20 years, and she was still doing hair, and she ended up passing away. And when she passed away, she was 23, and she had a baby girl. Her baby girl was 11 months old when she passed.
Okay.
And all she kept telling me was, Mom, I really want to do hair. This is what I want to do, and all of that. And so when she passed away, I just started, her dreams became my passion.
Gotcha.
I just got back into doing hair, but this time it was different.
Okay.
This time it was like, this is something I got to do for my baby.
Right.
I got to sit this down so
it
that her
became, now
so that her
it
daughter.
went from something to feed your family to okay, now this is my passion.
Yep,
Now I'm
man,
finna
when I
take
tell
off with
you
it.
it's my passion, I enjoy getting up every morning. The same way I used to get up and go to my job at the airport every morning at 2 in the morning.
Now
I
you
get
do that
up
for yourself.
I get up at 3 a.m. going doing hair, and my friends tell me all the time, you the owner. You don't have to go to work like you do. You don't have to do this. I go 7 days. I go 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning. I do what I have to do because I feel good. I feel a little bit closer to her.
doing
And then
hair.
now her daughter is 13 now.
And now she's
and
doing
my
hair.
husband and I are raising her. She's doing hair.
Okay.
She's doing everything that her mom was doing, and it's like,
How does that make you feel to see generation repeating itself?
well, it made me feel like everything I set out to do is coming into existence
Gotcha.
because I'm trying to do what her mother would have did for her. I can't take the place of her mom,
Right.
but I can let her know that, hey, I can fill in a little bit
Right.
and try to get you where you need to be. And that's exactly what I'm setting out to do. And when we opened up I needed something some natural for my clients' hair.
Gotcha.
Then I just started messing with different oils and different stuff,
Okay.
and then I came up with a miracle oil, and I ended up using that in my rose water. Now that was two of my number one sellers. I sell them a lot. I started out word of mouth and with my clients. It just went from there, and now every weekend her daughter's working, I'm working, and my husband he's like a silent
Partner.
He's my
Gotcha.
partner, but he's silent. But again, it's me.
Well, most men, hair care is not their thing. So
Yeah,
see
but
it.
when I went to him, I originally went to him and told him it was something I wanted to do. He was like, Tracey, maybe you need to wait, you know.
Right.
But I was like, no, I got to do this. And since he knew I was so adamant about it, I don't know what happened, but I didn't have no money.
Right.
We didn't have no money to even invest. And
Sis, that's how dreams start off.
we didn't
They
have
start
no
off as a
money.
dream.
But I'm calling I'm in these suites, and I'm taking money out of our house, trying to keep the suites afloat. Well, actually, an individual suite that I was in.
Right.
And then I said, I want this building. I'm calling this man every day saying, hey, you got this building ready? I didn't have
Stepping out
not
on
one.
faith.
I didn't have
love it.
$1 in my account. And he said, are you ready? I said, I got the money. I'm ready to move forward. I didn't have not one penny. And so I don't know. My husband left out the house that night going to pick up his mom.
Okay.
And he was in a car accident. He totaled out his truck. And when he came back home, I had to get a ride to go back and pick him up. And when he came back home, the next morning, like 2 or 3 days later, he was like, hey, go pick up the check.
Right.
And when I picked it up, he kind of like invested in me. He let me have the check to get started, and it just went from there. And every time, like 3 months after that, I was trying to open up this.
Right.
3 months after that, I was trying to open up that. Like it was just in me. Like I wanted to do more. Like every time I did one thing, I wanted to do something else,
Gotcha.
and it just kept. I don't know.
Kept building
I just feel like I'm a serial entrepreneur
at this point.
at this point, because now I'm trying to do a clothing line. It's like I'm just
All of it. Are you going to center all of it around 8711 and your hair care products, or are you going to center it around something else?
no. I am centering most of like with my suites. My suites are called Luxury 23 Salon Suites
Tell
by
me where that
87.
comes from.
Luxury is for luxury, of course, but Ree is my daughter's name, what we called her, and 23 is the age she was when she passed. So Luxury 23 is the name of the suites, and 8711 Natural Hair Care Salon. The 87 is the year that she was born, and the 11 is the year that she passed away.
Oh, okay.
And
So,
so
every aspect of it has a
Everything
significance.
has something in it that was her, because she was a hairstylist and that's what she wanted to do. And so that's where everything came about and started. And I started with 0 clients, and I went back to the airport.
Honey, if they see you today.
Yeah, and I was just going like, hey, can I give you one? If I'm in a grocery store, can I give you one of my cars? Can I give you one of my cars? Like,
That's how you got a network.
and when my husband at work, he's calling me. He's on the phone with me. He's like, "Can I give you my?" He go my wife's Instagram. He go this. He go that. Like we like in it, like trying to, like
you need a support system. You always need a support
yeah.
system.
And I still feel like I'm just starting.
Right.
Even though I never like, I don't take time off like I should.
Right.
I don't. I'm just all in as if I just started.
Well, no, you have your little vacations where you have your girl time, because that's needed. That's definitely needed. Like,
Well,
next-
I'm gonna take my first one, and I haven't took in about
how many years it's been?
I want to say about 14 years.
That's a long.
I haven't took a girls trip, and I'm just now gonna take one March 7th,
Okay.
and so I'm gonna stay gone for like 4 days. But everything always centering around my business, and I'm always trying to do my client, like whatever my clients need. I'm trying. Oh, I can't come today, and if I say I'm gonna be off on Sunday, and they say, hey, I'm off Sunday, but Sunday is the only day I can come,
Right.
I'm open again.
There you go.
So it's
There you
like
go. You-
I'm doing everything to accommodate mostly, and it's no waiting in my salon either. I don't play that. Period. My clients should have to pay their money.
And then
They
wait
hard,
too.
and then wait on me too. And I'm not coming and running to the door.
Honey, you are like, let me tell you something. When I tell you, you are like, you're a unicorn. Because, listen, going to sit up in these salons, you know you're going to be there for a certain amount. Now, if the service that you're getting calls for that, they already know that.
Mm-hmm.
But let's just say we sitting there for 2-3 hours and you ain't even got on my head yet.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just sitting there
Right.
waiting.
I don't play that. And furthermore, I'm gonna be there 30 minutes to an hour before you get there,
Yeah,
because I
I
have
got
a
a taste of
motto.
that, yeah.
My motto is I want to greet my client at the door, not meet them at the door. So I'm not gonna come running at the door at the same time
that
you
you're
come
coming at
and
the
then say,
door.
"Oh, give me a second.
Let me
Let me get this together."
Yeah. No,
No,
I should already
no.
have that. You should already have that together.
When I meet you at the door, I'm good morning. How are you? Do you want some coffee?
Yes.
You want wine? What do you need?
Very
And then I
professional.
take them straight to the bowl because it's no waiting period. It's
like
no
that.
need to. And I
So,
just try
hey, all you people out there with locks, you know,
to micro love.
micro locks. Come on, go see. It's a no wait process. You need to go holler at my girl. So I'm gonna take it back to the beginning. Okay, do you feel like because you became a young mother at such a young age, do you feel like that's what gave you your drive?
I feel like me sleeping on somebody's floor and on somebody's couch
That's
with a
okay.
baby
Okay.
and not having nowhere to go and no room to call my own, no home to call my own, and barely eating. That's where my grind come from.
Okay.
And I never sit down. It's like
Sure.
I feel like if I sit down, I'ma lose something or I'ma miss something. And it's all because of where I came from. I'm never gonna forget. That's why I help so many people.
You do.
Anybody working my salon, you ain't working for me. If you ain't got your LLC, I'm finna help you get it.
Yes.
Because you're gonna
build
make
you
your
up.
own hours. You're gonna do what you got to do.
I can attest to that.
And it's just that, and you're not
Definitely a
working.
real one.
Yeah, you gonna work for yourself, and we gonna have a family unit.
I like that.
And so I just grind hard because of that. I just can never go back to where I was,
Right.
and I try to work hard to make sure I don't.
Go back to okay. I would think that's where the grind come from. Being a mother at 16, then having 2 more kids before you at the age of 21. You know, and then you're just working. You didn't even have a chance to live, grow up, be a teenager, you know, go to prom, experience any of those things because you had to grind as a single mother.
Yeah.
So you missed out on a lot.
I missed out on a whole lot, but I also, it kind of was bittersweet because I got to know what it felt like to work hard to get something.
Gotcha.
And when I first started, like I said, the first year of me being open, I had been doing so many people hair at home and makeup and all of that stuff. Not one of them came to support me. Not one. But I was good enough for them to come to my house and get free services.
Right.
I was good enough for them to come and pay me $10 and
Right.
$20 in this.
When they needed
But
to use you.
Yeah, I had plenty of people come and say, "Hey, what you doing? I'm over in the area. I'm gonna stop by."
Leeches.
They stopped by. They already got their hair done. Oh, I just left from getting my hair done, but they didn't want to pay me,
Didn't want to pay
and they didn't want to support me. And but to this day, after I went the whole year and I finally had got like 25 clients, I said, "God, when next year come, I want to have double this."
Right.
Then when the next year come, I want to have double this.
And you set to see
And
that goal.
I just went to work one day at night, and because the day before I was in the little suites, I had rented this suite from this girl, and I was like, but that was before I even started, and I was like, I don't want to go back to this job. And my husband was like, just go in there and lay your badge down. You don't have to put up with that. I said, oh no, I'm not leaving like that. I
Right.
got to retire. I got to lead the right way.
Right.
And I just couldn't. And so the next day, the girl was like, in the suites, who owned the suite, she was like, get up out the chair. I got up. She said, sit down. I sat down. She said, get up, sit down, get up, sit down. I did it. She said, now, did you look behind you to see was that chair going to still be there? And I said, no. She said, well, you trusted that chair. Why you can't trust God? So I went to church the next day. That was a Saturday. So I went to church the next day.
Let's talk about it.
And when I went to church, I left out of church and I was so quiet. My pastor kept saying, Roosevelt Wright of Little Vine.
Hey,
He kept saying,
shout out to
yes.
Lil Vine.
And he kept saying, he did this sermon and he said, half of y'all been on these jobs for 20 years. Y'all impotent. Y'all don't want to get up out your wheelchair.
Speaking to
You don't
you.
want to this, you want to
Speaking
that.
to you.
Y'all
Speaking
scared to
to
move
you.
forward. Y'all been on y'all job this long time. These people don't care. So when I left, I was just so quiet. And my husband was like, he got to the red light. He was like, what's wrong with you? I said, January 1st. I ain't going into January 1st with this job. I'm mad. I'm not doing it. So that night I had to go to work. When I went to work, I went to typing at my desk. And my friend said, what are you typing? I said, I'm finna go give them my notice. I'm not working here no more. And I
It's
went.
time to be an entrepreneur.
So I went
baby.
up there and
Let's
knocked
go.
on the door, and I gave the lady, Miss Kathy, I said, here go my paper. She said, what's that? I said, this is my notice. I'm leaving in 90 days. I'm giving you a 90-day notice. It was September. I said, December the 31st, and I'm out of here. I ain't going in the new year. She said, okay. Like, it was just weighing on me. 2 weeks later, I went back in there. I said, Miss Kathy, do you have that letter I gave you? She said, yeah, I got it right here up under my keyboard. I didn't even turn it in. She said, because I knew you were coming back and get it. I know you weren't going nowhere. I said, can I get it? She gave it to me. I said, here you go. I'm leaving next week. I said, I'm leaving next week. I'm not staying 9 days.
90 days.
And then she said, well, go up there and see the head in HR. I said, okay. I went up there. She said, you can't, Miss Denise said, well, you can't wait until December. You could go on and wait until. I said, I can't wait.
It's in my spirit, I got to
Look,
go.
I didn't have no clients. I didn't know what I was going to do.
But it was in
All
your
I
spirit.
knew is that I did my 20 there.
And that was it.
And that was it. And when I went to, and it made me know that I did the right thing, because when they had my retirement thing, my pastor came. The girl who owned the suites where I was, I didn't even have my own building then. Okay. I was in her suite, who told me to stand up and sit down in the chair. All of them came. I had never been so embarrassed in my life to have done 20 years at this company, and they put somebody else's name on my cake. The GM didn't even show up to tell me thank you for a well job. They had to get somebody to come from another building that didn't know me. Well, Mr. Jackson knew me, and he had to present me
with a cake.
With a cake
with
and my
name.
And he gave me a plaque. They gave me a plaque to say I had did 20 years of service, but the cake had somebody else's name on it, and they gave me a check for $500. And nobody came to serve me and my family. We was just sitting up in the cafeteria with the rest of the people, and another lady that was retiring was in the conference room with seafood and all of this. And I just felt so
slighted,
embarrassed, mostly to know that I had done gave this job 20 years, and they did me like this. And I said, if I ever have people working in my place, I ain't gonna treat them like that. No. And it goes like, even with me, even when I don't tell them, my husband saying, hey, everybody family here. We family here. We doing this, we doing that. Like, we just don't, like, that's why I carry I carry 8711 on my sleeve, basically. And it's very important to me. Because of how people.
Every time I talk to you, every time I see you, I meet you. If you ain't got the sweatsuit on, if you ain't got the shirt on, if you talking about it, you eat, live, and breathe it.
And you'll never see me every day, just like when you guys were in touch with me, and I said, well, what do I need to dress?
Right.
What do I need to do? You said, well, put on your best dress.
Right.
My best dress is 8711.
There you go.
And so every day, you'll never see me leave the house without representing myself. Right. If I have to wear somebody's uniform every day for 20 years, I'm going to wear mine.
I know that.
And so every day when I go out, that's why I came out with my own clothing line, because I got tired of wearing leggings and smocks and different stuff.
Right.
I wanted to wear something that was cute and something that looked nice, because I knew that everywhere I went, that I was going to.
Well, what's that brand?
What's that?
8711 mean?
Yeah.
And how many times have you gotten that?
Well, me and my husband went to Red Lobster one day, and the lady was waiting on us, and she was like, you work for 7. Everybody want to call it 7, but it's 8711. Right. And so I was like, yes, I work there. And then she was like, oh, how is it there? She was like, oh, I pass by there all the time. I'm a hairstylist, and I've been wanting to go. How's the owner there? I said, well, the owner cool. She cool, and she this and she that, and you should come by there. She said, you got a card? I said, yeah. I said, before I leave, I'm going to give you a card. I goes outside, get the card, bring the card back, and she had asked me, she said, what's the owner name? I said, well, the owner name is Tracey.
Right.
And then when I gave her the card, it had Tracey on there. She said, your name Tracey too? And the owner name Tracey? I said, I am the owner. She said, you didn't say nothing. You didn't tell me. I said, you didn't ask.
You didn't ask. You just asked me about the shirt.
You didn't ask. And I try not to let that get. I don't treat people like I'm the boss.
You don't.
And I don't. And I try to act like I'm their equal, and I am their equal. you know, because I come from the same place, so I don't feel no bigger or no better. I just want to be successful. That's it.
Okay, you sis.
And I'm not gonna stop
Until you where you want to be.
until I'm where I want to be.
Well, you're definitely well on your way. I mean, you have so much going on, than the average person. So you're definitely well on your way to being where you want to be. So products in Walmart, Amazon, TikTok shop.
Yeah.
Come on. We
I
got
mean,
accolades under our belts. Let's
after
go.
after going every year, like I've been had people doing my marketing, people doing everything for me. I decided last year to do it myself. I've been had people assistants after assistant washing hair for me and all of that stuff. I decided to do it myself. I was doing it myself before I started making it.
There you go.
I was doing it myself, and I just decided to start doing stuff myself because a lot of times when you be successful, you used to throwing money out
Just away.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna get
I'm
this
guilty
done.
of it.
I'm gonna get that
Just 'cause
done.
I got it.
Just
Right.
because I got it. No, I don't have it because I'm
Right.
trying to be successful, and I like to use my pastor word. He always say, I am rich and all my needs are met.
Yeah.
I like to say that all the time, and ever since he said that years ago, I always say that.
Yeah. I'm rich and all my needs are met.
I say that every day, and I believe that.
Yeah.
And you might
gotta
not
speak
be
into
rich.
existence.
Yeah,
Yeah.
even if you're not rich in your finances.
Yeah, but you're rich in other things.
You rich in other things,
I agree.
and my family is the most important to me. You know, I'm trying to get where I need to be so that I can make sure I want to start getting.
You setting up generational stuff.
Yeah, I want to start laying back, and that's why I'm getting my granddaughter and my niece. I'm getting my kids ready.
Set up.
They get out of school early
Yeah.
now, and they come home and they have to go straight to the shop, and they make their money. They happy to get up in the morning and go do hair because I'm setting myself back because
I like
wanna,
that you're teaching.
I want to do these
young
products.
entrepreneurship, and
Yeah.
that's, you got to start early.
And they're 13 and 16.
Yeah,
And
because
so-
college isn't for everybody.
Right.
So therefore you got to pick up a trade another way.
Well, she already made the 16-year-old. She already made clear that going to college ain't what she want to do.
So,
And I let her know that, hey, I would love for you to go at least and take up 1 year of
just to see if you will
hair.
Right.
And I said, and if you don't want to go after that, then fine. I said, but if you just sit on that's not what
the
you want
path
to
for
do,
you.
you don't have to go because you can be successful. I never went to college.
Yeah.
And Steve Harvey, I always say,
Yeah.
he don't even have no education.
There you go.
And he's rich and all his needs are met.
Yes,
And I
yes, they
believe
are.
that I can be rich and all my needs are met.
Exactly.
And if you work hard enough, and I'll help you. But the minute you show me that ain't what you're trying to do, I can't want something for you, and you not want something for you.
Right.
So that's where I be at.
I'm with you. I be in the same headspace. Like you try to take people with you, but everybody ain't susceptible. So then you got to bring your family along. Not all the time that your family is susceptible. So thank God that you have kids that want to follow in the path of doing hair. That kids that want to follow in the path of having something to do with a salon, because you have different. You know how kids can be rebellion or want to go off and do their own thing, or want to go off and do their own path and feel like somebody's making them follow a path that they don't want to follow. So it's a blessing when you have kids that have that passion and want to do.
Yeah, it
what you wanna
is,
do.
but it's like we starting over because my baby is 32 years old.
Right.
And so, but it's been a blessing in itself to watch my daughter's daughter
grow
up and knowing that
She
she's
looks
not
just,
here.
Oh my God, y'all are triplets.
Yeah.
Like literally, y'all are really triplets.
Yeah, I enjoy watching her grow up, and I enjoy doing what I do. And like I said, it never started out as a passion, and now it's my greatest passion. And it's what I love doing.
And I love, you know what? We sit back and we think about where life has brought us, because you got to think COVID happened, and a lot of businesses shut down.
Right.
A lot of businesses didn't withstand COVID. So to have businesses come out on the other side, that's a blessing too.
Right.
And so you withstood COVID. You understand?
I
So,
did. It was
about
hard.
that.
You know, with hair, you have your down months.
You do.
You have your down months and you have your up months, but it's up to you to set yourself up in a way where you'll be okay during your down months.
Right.
And if you're a stylist, you already know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You know, it's up and down. I deal with people trying to take advantage all the time.
Yeah.
People trying to just come in and go when they get ready. I like to tell people all the time, I don't take walk-ins. However, I make same day appointments.
Right. So
And
if you go on my website-
I
right.
will accommodate you. You know, so it's no way that I won't take you,
Or turn
but
you
I
down.
like to know I don't want you coming in the door on nobody else's appointment and nobody else's time. So if you do come, I might say, hey, I can take you, but can you come back in 2 hours?
Gotcha.
Or can you come back in this? And so I like to work like that.
But I think that's a good work ethic though, because it gives everybody that person ain't sitting around waiting. Then the person that you're doing, they don't feel like they're being rushed. You understand?
Yeah, you'll never see that in my
Yeah. So no, you meet with a girl, come there, we have a good time.
Yeah.
Every time. So it's it's like we having a kickback.
Yeah.
But only it's a hair salon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And me and my clients, when we get through doing hair, if I got another one in 2 hours later, we going to get something to eat and
There
come
you go.
back.
There you go.
And
So
that's just the way it is.
it's always and I like that. I like that vibe.
Yeah.
So I think that we are about to take a break.